Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to make a hearty vegetable soup, so stay tuned. Okay, today for our soup, you can use the Instapot, which I'm going to use today. It's an 8-quart Instapot, or you can do it on top of your stove. Our ingredients for today will be a large sweet onion, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, some barley, a large carrot. We're going to use celery hearts. We're going to probably use maybe 4 ounces of portabello mushrooms, a yellow squash, a zucchini, red pepper. We're going to use some parsley and some basil, some oregano, some green beans, some cannellini beans, some stock, a large can of crushed tomatoes, and a can of corn. Now, if you can get any of these canned vegetables fresh in the summertime, by all means do that. But I'm using today what I have on hand, okay? Okay, let's get chopping. First of all, make sure all your produce is washed. I use organic celery because celery is known as one of the vegetables in the dirty dozen. Lots of pesticides. So if you use nothing else, use organic celery. That's my tip. Today I'm going to use a chopper which is made by Genius. I'll put the link to this product in the link below. They don't make it round anymore, but it now comes with a really nice glass bowl. So I highly recommend it because prep time is the worst time if you don't work smart. All right, let's get going. You'll see what I mean here. It's noisy, but it goes quick. And always have a sharp knife. A dull knife cuts you, a sharp knife does not. Sometimes your root vegetables can be tough, so you might need to pound on it a little bit, but it goes fast. Done. And you'll see that everything comes out diced nicely. This way, everything cooks evenly, and that's what you want. Okay, let me get my hands washed and I'll be right back. Okay, to get started, let's hit the saute button on our Instapot. And again, today I'm using the 8-quart duo. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Didn't mention that in the ingredients list, but a couple tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to let that warm up, and as soon as it comes to heat, we will get sauteing some of these vegetables up. I'll be right back. Okay, now that our Instapot has warmed up a little bit, let's get our veggies inside. Oh, I can hear the sizzle. Nothing better than fresh veggies. And don't worry about this recipe. I'll put all the ingredients in the comments below. Okay, we'll give them a nice stir. Let them sweat down a little bit. It'll take a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so. Get them all coated with that olive oil so they can sweat. One thing I love about the Instapot is it's one pot cooking and no mess. No extra mess, I should say. Now again, I'm using an 8-quart. You can use this, make this on top of the stove. If you don't have a pressure cooker, I like to use the pressure cooker because everything cooks much faster. Keep giving your veggies a stir so the ones on the top get to the bottom and can sweat down a little bit. Smells amazing in here. Okay, while they're sweating down, let's add some of our other ingredients. To this, we're going to add about a tablespoon of oregano. We're going to add about a tablespoon of basil. And a tablespoon of parsley. Let's add in our garlic. And I make a mess too. We love garlic at our house, so we use a lot of extra, but if you don't like it, you leave it out. The veggies are still sweating down nicely. Give everything a nice coat. Again, let's continue giving this a stir so the veggies all sweat down. They're all getting coated with our spices. Okay, now that our vegetables have sweated down by, I'd say, about a third, we're going to add in all our other ingredients. We're going to use a can of crushed tomatoes. And by all means, if you have a diet restriction, make this low sodium. All of the items I'm using today come in no salt added. The green beans, I add the juice right to it. Same with the corn. And if you can get fresh corn, it just takes it to another level. It's delicious. We're going to use a can of rinsed beans. Today I'm using white kidney beans. If you use the red or black beans, just make sure that you rinse them very good. Let's give this a good stir. Okay, we're going to add, I'd say, about a cup of barley. And then we're going to add our stock. Now today I'm using a beef stock. Use a veggie stock if you prefer. And again, all of your stocks come in a no sodium added. I'm using beef stock because that's what I have on hand. I've made this with veggie stock, chicken stock. Now, on the Instapot, there is a max line, and you do not want to go over that line because your Instapot will not go under pressure. So pay attention to that and don't add anything more past that line. I thought we were going to need 2 things of stock, but it looks like we have plenty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the cancel button. We're going to hit the pressure button. Oh no, I'm sorry, pressure cook. And 6 minutes, perfect. We won't even change that. If you do, you can always change it right here, okay? So we're going to cook this for 6 minutes. And then we're going to let it do what's called a natural release for another 6 minutes. And then we'll open the valve and taste our soup. Okay, now that we've set our time and the pressure's on, let's get our lid on. And we're going to turn this to seal the valve. And after 12 minutes, we'll be right back. Okay, now that our pin has dropped, we can get inside of our pressure cooker. Oh, that looks delicious. Now, if you noticed at the beginning of this video, I did not add salt and pepper, because some of our canned vegetables and beans did have some sodium in them. So what I like to do is give it a little taste and then add whatever salt and pepper I need, because you can always add, but you cannot take it out. I'm gonna ladle some of this up. Oh, that looks delicious. And while I let this cool, it's a snowy, cold day here in Maine. So I'm going to give you a little view of outside. We'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to give it a taste and see if it needs any extra salt and pepper. Delicious. It does need a little extra salt and pepper. We'll add a little of that. You know, season this to your taste and your family's taste. Might seem like I'm adding a lot, but again, we've cooked 8 quarts here, so let's put a little bit in our bowl. Give it a taste. Perfect. This is a very budget-friendly meal for your family. If there's only 2 of you, 3 of you, put this in freezer containers and you'll have many meals for the week. Until next time, thank you for visiting my kitchen, and we'll see you real soon.